Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and first of all I'd like to apologize. I know it's been quite a while since I've uploaded here. I just kind of procrastinated a lot from the channel, and that resulted in there not being too many videos over the last 2 months. But in today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm actually going to be showing you how to properly install a glass bed upgrade onto the Creality Ender 3 Pro printer here, which I happen to be lucky enough to own. And I was also lucky enough to receive the upgrade for free so that I can show you guys how to do this. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this video after this message from today's sponsor, PCBWay. I just want to take a quick moment out of today's video to mention today's sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay now provides a whole host of PCB prototyping services, including rigid flex PCBs, surface mount stencils, and even assembly of your boards, as well as prototyping services such as 3D printing, sheet metal fabrication, CNC machining, injection molding, and even OEM manufacturing. PCBWay is also currently hosting their 5th design contest, which runs through December 31st, so if you want to improve and show off your electronics design skills, be sure to check this out. So if you happen to be in need of printed circuit boards or other prototyping services for your project, be sure to give PCBWay.com a try. And now back to the video. So the first thing I figure I should mention is what would actually make someone want to install one of these upgrades onto their printer. So by default, these Creality printers come with a sort of rubberized magnetic plastic build plate that comes with these right out of the box, and for the most part it works pretty well. However, you will notice with it that it is very, fragile, as it's made of plastic. So if you use the metal scraper tools that are included, you might end up scratching the build plate or causing damage to it, which in turn will mess up how accurate your prints are. And it's also a little bit more difficult to remove prints from the build plate. And sometimes if your bed isn't perfectly leveled, you will notice plastic get stuck in the actual print bed, which is a lot harder to remove than it should be on like another type of print bed. So at least those are the particular reasons that led me to wanting to get one of these upgrades, and lucky enough I was able to receive one for free from someone who had one locally. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys how to install today, in case you also are looking into buying one or have one of your own that you'd like to install. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first step, of course, is to remove the original printer build plate, which is magnetically attached to the printer bed. Once the original build plate is removed, you'll need to redirect your attention over to the microswitch here. This microswitch is responsible for setting the boundary of how far the vertical axis of the printer can move, and since the new glass build plate is much taller than the old one, we will have to move the stepper motor switch up to prevent any accidental damage and give us enough range to level the printer bed later on. To adjust the switch, you'll need to loosen the 2 screws where the switch assembly slides up and down, and then take the new build plate out of the packaging and sit it between the frame of the printer and the microswitch to adjust the height of the switch to where we want it. This will raise the microswitch up exactly the height of the new glass build plate relative to where it was before, which should have been right up against the frame of the printer. The screws can then be retightened once the switch is in the correct location. Next, you can go ahead and sit the new build plate on the printer bed. Make sure to sit the textured side with the Creality logo upwards, as this texture will allow prints to stick to the build plate. And you can use the clear smooth side as well if you want, but the proper way to install it is the textured side, which is what I'll be doing in this video. And this is the part where we run into a few problems. So Creality actually doesn't include any of the mounting clips or anything to secure the new build plate to the printer in the package, which means we'll have to locate some clips ourselves. I found that these metal heavy-duty paper clips seem to work the best, and that's what I recommend for holding the printer beds down. Ideally, you should use 4 of them and place them evenly around the build plate surface where they won't interfere with the movement of the extruder or the bed mechanism itself, but we'll also keep the build plate secured to the printer bed so that you won't have any bed leveling issues later on. Now that the build plate is secured and everything has been adjusted, you can now go ahead and level the bed and begin printing on it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope this tutorial was helpful for anyone who does plan on installing one of these printer beds onto the printer. And also I want to apologize, I haven't been uploading that much. I know I pretty much say this in every video because I never upload much, but I would like to hopefully at some point in the near future get the uploads coming out more regularly, and yeah, that's just something I want to do, and I apologize I haven't done that. I have a lot of interesting videos coming up, so if you are interested in seeing those, be sure to click the subscribe button down below, and also check out my Patreon page, which is where you can directly support me to make these kinds of videos and experiment with more interesting projects and more expensive type of projects. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can follow my channel on Twitter and Instagram. The links to that should be in the description, and with that said, I'll see you guys all next time.